This is the part 2 of our HIV series. We're going to be talking about treatment. Please stay tuned.
Welcome to a Corner's channel.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Ikamango Akwana Loliwe to those who are new to the channel. Before I get into the video, guys, I'd like to thank you ever so much for your undying support. Your support is overwhelming. Your feedback, especially with regards to this HIV series, it's overwhelming, guys. From DMs that I'm getting, inboxes from my Facebook, and to the comments down the comment section, guys. It's like my heart is so full. Like I said, that the purpose for this series is to actually try and reach out to those people who have no one to go and to speak to with regards to their HIV status. As we know that HIV, we cannot run away from the fact that HIV is still a taboo to our communities, and it's still a sensitive subject. So you find that a person just got diagnosed with HIV, and then now it's really difficult for that person to go out there and reach out, hence staying at home, being depressed, because you don't really understand what you are faced with and what is going on with you. So I wanted to be your go-to person for those people, so thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate, and may God bless you for that. Now let's get into the tea. I've done the first video. For those who've watched it, I'm gonna put up the link so that you can, if it's your first time in the series, you can actually go and watch, because I feel like it's gonna make things a bit clear for you if you've watched that. Basically, that was just introducing the topic, basically what is HIV, what it means to be living with HIV, and then I felt like from there we can then move to, then now you've found out that you're HIV, you know what is really going on, and then what is the following step, which is what we're at now, the treatment part. Right, so today we're going to be talking about what is called ARVs, which is your antiretroviral treatment. In other words, it's called HART. Now in this dispensation that we are at, it's called HART, which stands for highly active antiretrovirals. You can just hear or pick it up from the name itself, that highly active signifies a very big change and a positive change from what the treatment was back then. We've moved from the time where a patient who is HIV positive had to actually take 20 tablets 3 to 4 times a day, with agonizing side effects, and to a point that we're at now where you're taking 1 tablet at night with minimal to none, of the side effects. So I feel like the pharmaceutical industry has done like a very good job. We might not have found the cure as yet, but then the treatment that we are having is very sufficient, and efficient, so in a sense that the quality of lives for those who are infected with HIV has actually changed to the better. If you're taking your treatment, you're compliant and you're adherent, so there's no difference between you and the person who is HIV negative. The key is start treatment, stick to it, and then you have your life to live, and then there's nothing that has changed, So yes, I feel like we've done the first part. So the next question would be like, then who is eligible, for treatment, or when to actually start the treatment? Before, there was a criteria for a person to get into the treatment. I think you had to have a CD4 count that is below 350. You had to be pregnant. You had to be on the AIDS diagnosis, which is when your CD4 count is below 200. You had to have any of the opportunistic infections, either it's TB, your meningitis, your pneumonia, and all that. Then you had to be put on the treatment immediately. But now things have changed, so we've moved to a point where you you test and treat. So the moment you get your results and then they come positive, then you must go into the treatment with immediate effect, and that is to actually just prevent any more damage from your immune system that has been done by HIV. The moment HIV gets into your bloodstreams, it doesn't waste time. It just go all over doing damage. So the moment you start to actually get into the treatment, or the moment you start with your treatment, that stop, right? And then which bring us to the third point, that okay, now you're saying that Akona, I must go on treatment. Then what does the treatment does for me? Why do I have to go into a treatment? Because I feel healthy, I'm not sick. The first thing that you must know is that HIV, the moment it gets into your blood, it does damage. It destroys your immune system, and then it depends on different people and how strong is your immune system. For some people, they stay for decades without getting sick, and then for others, and then within 4 weeks or 2 weeks of being infected, and then you start getting sick, or you start showing some symptoms. So yeah, getting into treatment on time, it actually stop the HIV from replicating and producing new copies, right? And then to a point where you are undetected. That's the aim of the treatment, to be undetected. Being undetected doesn't mean that you are cured from HIV entirely. It just means that the number of copies in your blood they are very few, that the normal standard viral load tests cannot even pick it up, but there are still very few that are hiding. But even though they are there and hiding, they are not active. So in layman's term, like, you've got those few viral copies, but they are sleeping. Point number two is that when you start to take a treatment, the treatment allows your immune system to heal and recover, because as the HIV get into your blood system and replicate, it does damage to your T cells or your immune system. So the moment you start, when you start your treatment, you are starting the recovering process. That's when you see a patient coming in with a CD4 count that is 300 or less, and then within the space of 3 to 6 months, and then the CD4 count is just up there. So it allows your body to recover, your immune system to recover, so that it can actually fight off infection. Hence, it's impossible for a person who is on ARVs and undetected to get any sickness or illnesses that is associated with the infection. And then third, and the most important point, is that it actually ARVs, they give you the good quality. They give the quality of your life back. They give you a good quality of life. You don't want to be living, having all those illnesses and sicknesses and stuff. So when you start your treatment, you know that you are covered, you are good to go. Because somehow the treatment is like fortifying your immune system to fight off infection. So you don't have to live in fear that I'm going to get sick, I'm going to die. You have the best quality of life, as long as you remain on treatment. Hence, I said that right now, at this decade in time, it's really easy to manage and control your HIV. The trick is to catch it in time and treat it, then you are good to go. So the person who's on treatment and undetected is not different from the person who's HIV negative. The key is to get that viral load to be undetected, that then you are good to go. You can go make babies and do whatever a negative person can do, and continue with the dreams that you had before you find out that you were positive. So that then brings us to the last point, which is then as I've started to take treatment, and then I know what the treatment is doing to my body, but then what to expect, like in terms of side effects and all that, because there's too much that is being said on tabloids, social media. That is rubbish. I love the word rubbish, but that's rubbish. You know, the treatment kills you than helping you. You know, it boils your liver and all that. And to be honest, every type of drug that you are taking, there are side effects associated with that. You know, it happens with you taking Panadol or Allergex. You know, it has got side effects that you might experience or not. That's the same with HIV. So we cannot single out HIV with your diabetes, with your anti-epileptics and stuff. You know, there are side effects that are associated with that. But then, with that being said, when it comes to ARVs, we've got standard procedures that are put in place for such. You know, for instance, every 6 months, you find that a patient must go in for checkups so that we can check the renal functioning, you know, and then we need to follow up and see that psychologically the patient is doing well, you know, especially in the cases where a patient is on regimen 1, you know, first line, that includes tenofovir, you know, that's where renal functioning tests come in. And then if you are taking the regimen that is containing efavirenz, you know, because some people, they experience those side effects, bad dreams and scary dreams, unable to wake up with depression and all that, you know. Then if that's you, and then we are able to sit down with you and see and find treatment that will work for you. We've got broad different types of treatment. So if this one doesn't work for you, or you feel like side effects are too much, and then we can put you on a different thing. So yeah, you must not stop or defer your treatment because you feel like a side effect. There's always say that there's treatment or a drug for each and every person. When it comes to HIV, you must just honor your appointment. And if you feel like that is not cool, I don't like that side effects, then you go in and talk with your health personnel, you know. But with that being said, not everybody experience those side effects. Some people just take that tablets the first time and then there's nothing, you know. It also depends on how your body is receiving the treatment and how it quickly in adjusting. So like I said, it differs on different people. Others may experience and others cannot experience them. But you cannot just not take treatment because you are scared that side effects. Everything has got side effects. Like I said, we've got procedures in place to actually help and assist with that, you know. So yeah, like I feel like that the end of our chat today. You know, we've discussed anything, and if there's anything that I've left out or you feel that I have left out, you can actually comment down the comment section. So I just want everyone who's HIV infected, go take your treatment, and then you are good to go. You've got your life expectancy, you know, and you're gonna die because we all gonna die. Everyone's gonna die, but chances are it's not gonna be HIV. The key is to control and manage it, and then you are good to go. So these are the babies that I'm actually talking about, you know. These are your ARVs, which are called which are antiretrovirus, you know, which fights against the infection. And seriously, guys, like I said, the pharmaceutical industry has done too well. We've come a long way to get to this point, and to have people who are still dying because of ignorance or because of fear, you know. I don't understand. We're not supposed to have any person dying of HIV with us at this point in time with the kind of treatment. That I've got containers, empty containers. I just brought this for what do we call it, to actually show you demonstration. Yeah, I just brought this for demonstration. So they are empty. I just collected them for you as well from the patients who are coming in to pick up their medication. We always ask them to actually bring their pill containers to actually do the pill count and see if the patient is adhering. We count the tablets, how many are left, how many you're supposed to have taken at the time. So I got them I just wanted to clear that out. So yeah, that will be all, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our next video will be focused on conception. I mean, yeah, as in making babies, and breastfeeding, and yeah, all that. So thank you, guys. Thank you. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe. Love you and God bless.